Hello my Rose Petals and welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Rose Between Pages. Rosie here. Welcome to Terror Nightmares, yet again. That's a 2025 as well. 7, right, this is round 7. I thought that I would do a different angle where you could see me and my bookshelf so that you could see me browsing. Basically, Terror Nightmares surrounds this pack of tarot cards, and these tarot cards are Nightmare Before Christmas themed. So I have different prompts now. I'm going to try and do different prompts either every year or every 2 years. Right, so in December I read 6 books. 4 of them physical, 1 of them was an ebook and 1 of them was an audiobook. I have 4 of my reviews written down. 2 of them I'm going to have to do off the top of my head, but it's not too bad at least. Right, so we started December with a horror, which is The Cabin at the End of the World. So, Cabin at the End of the World was gruesome. Very questionable ending. There was a very questionable ending. It's very open-ended. It's gripping and it's tense. I highly recommend, if you are someone who's wanting a gruesome horror, I need to watch the film based on this, which is Knock at the Cabin. This was a 4 stars. Oh god, I'm knocking one of my books over. This was a 4 stars. Basically in this you are following Gwen and her parents, Eric and Andrew. And basically Leonard, 4 strangers turn up to this cabin that they're in, and they have ominous weapons. Leonard says, "Your dads don't want to let us in, Gwen, but they have to. We need your help to save the world." The ending was very open-ended. Like, I didn't really enjoy that part of it. So I'm a bit iffy about if I'm going to read this again, because I don't really like open-ended endings. I like satisfaction endings. So this wasn't very satisfactory at all. So I'm debating whether to get rid of this or not, but we'll see. Then I read Pen Pal. This was a buddy read from me and Chloe. I read this before she read it. This was 4 stars as well. Like, very creepy, very sad ending, and it had like full-on stalker vibes. So basically, the entire time during this book, you don't actually know the name of the first, like, of the main character. You just know that he's a narrator. He's the narrator, and you go through his life of him remembering his memories as a child, because for some reason, I can't remember why, but he forgot his things. He forgot his memories for some reason. I can't remember why, but you know, yeah. So I read that. Then people are going to be a little bit surprised about this, because I said that I'm very iffy about picking this up, because it is a very popular Booktok book. It's a very popular book in general, and this is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I know the second one is coming to mind soon, because Chloe has ordered it to go to hers, and then she's gonna put Shadow Gods in there and some stickers for my new Kindle. I haven't got my new Kindle yet. I'm gonna be getting it at some point this year. Maddie's gonna let me know when it arrives, but yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen. She's gonna send that to me, so I will have the second one very soon. And Josh has pre-ordered Onyx Storm, which is the 3rd one. So this was a 4 stars. I loved the dragons, I loved Violet, I loved, like, there were a lot of likeable characters. I actually cried, and I need the second one. Basically in this should be Violet Sorrengale, who's expected, like, she expected to live a quiet life as a scribe, but unfortunate events happen within her family, and she is forced to be put into the dragon rider quadrant. She has, I learned this from Chloe. The author apparently has something similar to what Violet has in this. Violet has a condition where her ligaments are very, very weak. So like the slightest thing can like break those ligaments, or any part of her joints can dislocate, and she's very fragile, and her bones can break very, very easy. So you're here not rooting for her. You think that she's actually gonna end up dying at some point. I actually fell in love head over heels with Violet. This was on one of my other TBRs. Was this? It wasn't on December's though. I think it was on November or October's. But I really enjoyed reading Fourth Wing. I loved the fact that when you bond with a dragon, you can hear them in your head. You can get signet powers in there. Like, you can get signet powers. So like for example, metal bending and stuff. It was really, really good to read. I cried at one of the characters dying. It was just an unexpected death, and you really don't expect it, and they pass away with their dragon. And I just loved Violet and Xaden's dynamic, because they went from enemies to lovers. So even though Xaden tried to deny it multiple times, they were lovers. So yeah, it was very, very enjoyable. I really, really enjoyed Fourth Wing. Give me a second. Right, the next two books, I actually DNF'd these two. So, Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I know that some people really like this book, and I know they don't want to hear this, but this was a 1-star. It wasn't creepy enough. It was weird, and to me it wasn't horrific enough to be a horror. It was very anticlimactic. Like, it tried to make itself out to be a thriller horror, but it really, really wasn't. Like, the blurb makes it out to be a horror. It is not a horror. Literally, it's not a horror. I didn't enjoy this as much as I wanted to. This was a buddy read with Chloe as well. And she sped ahead. Like, she actually finished this before I did. And I asked her if it got more creepier, because I wasn't enjoying the fact that it wasn't as creepy as I wanted it to be. And she said it wasn't getting any more creepier, it was just getting really weird, and not in a good way. So I DNF'd it, and I'm getting rid of this. This is going towards one of my three little libraries, or the book exchange up at Tesco. The next two books are not written down in my notebook, so I'm gonna have to wing this. So I listened to an audiobook called The Daughter Game by Morgan Long, I think, or Kate Long, one of the two. Anyways, the gist that I got of this was about a woman that was a teacher, and she was having an affair on her husband with his brother. Now, I didn't like how this was written, and I didn't like how the narrator was in this. I didn't actually like her voice. Her voice was very annoying. This book is annoying me. There we go, that works. I didn't want to continue it. I got almost 2 hours in, and I still wasn't interested. I give audiobooks until like 2 hours to pique my interest. If they don't, then I end up DNFing them. So that was that. And then I ended December with reading Narnia, but I haven't read all of them. I read the first one, which was The Magician's Nephew, which was basically the origins of Narnia, how it came to be, how Aslan created it, and how the witch came into Narnia, and how we, as humans from our world, got into Narnia in the first place. So it was a very fun time. It was a 3 stars, and I'm currently reading the second one, which is The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. So I'm hoping that I get a prompt that I can get Narnia in, because that's 6 books. Now we're going to go into the game, so let's go. There are different prompts. There are prompts that I haven't used before. We have already got our first card, and there's prompts that I have used before. It landed like that, so first card is the Emperor. Upright. Let me see what this is. Okay, so I forgot that I put this as this. This is a Maddie pick. So I'm gonna just message my best friend Maddie and see what she chooses for me. Yay! Alright, I will come back to my first prompt later. I've just messaged Maddie saying that she gets to choose a book for me. She already has access to my spreadsheet that has all my books on it, so she can just go on there, look at my unread list, which I do need to update because 50 of these books are not actually accounted for on my spreadsheet for some reason. And I need to go through my Goodreads as well at some point, because I don't know what I've got on there. So I'm going to go through my Goodreads at some point, and I'm going to go through my uni at some point. That we shall see. We'll see what Maddie chooses. But let's go on to our second prompt. If you're new here, I do 6 prompts. Yeah, Josh. Wait, give me 1 second. Let me just go and get Josh. We had 4 that fell out, and we got 2 presents reversed. Let me just go see what this is. We got even number of pages. Right, let me just check on my series, like, because I have a few series that I want to read this year. So let me just have a look at Miss Bond. Oh my god, yes! Okay, Shadows Herself. It has 376 pages. That's an even number. This is the next Miss Bond book that I need to read, as I have read Ally of Law. So I am still on the second era, and I need to get back into Miss Bond. So this is our second book. Shadows Herself is the second book that we have chosen. Third prompt. Ooh, third prompt is 7 of Potions reversed. Let me just check what this is. So, 7 of Potions reversed is 25 in 2025. Josh is just doing a kind of random number generator for me so that I can look at my 25 in 2025. We got number 5. Oh, which is one of Josh's.
No.
Oh, great.
What is it? Oh.
Let me just grab it. What is it? The Inhibitor Phase by Alistair Reynolds. Right, basically, if you don't know, I did my 2025, my 25 in 2025 as a random number generator because I wanted some that are in my comfort zone and some that are out of my comfort zone. So some of Josh's books are actually on this. This is a sci-fi. So I'm intimidated now. Great. Miguel de Ruita is a man with a past. Fleeing the wolves, the xenocidal alien machines known as inhibitors, He has protected his family and community from attack for 40 years, sheltering in the caves of an airless, battered world. The slightest hint of human activity could draw the wolves to their home, to destroy everything, utterly. Which is how Miguel finds himself on a one-way mission with his own destructive mandate to eliminate a passing ship before it can bring unwanted attention down on them. Only something goes wrong. There's a lone survivor, and she knows far more about Miguel than she's letting on. Ranging from the depths of space to the deeps of patterned juggler waters, from nervous, isolated communities to the ruins of empire, this is a stealthy space opera from an author at the top of his game. I am fucking intimidated by this. I'm scared. Okay, so far, in balanced, I would say it's a balanced TBR so far, due to the fact that, well, Maddie's choosing one. Mistborn is in my comfort zone. That just fell. And we've got something that's out of my comfort zone, so that one fell like this. So we have the 6 of candles reverse. Okay, anticipated book. I'm excited for this one. Oh, I'm like debating between two things now. I am debating between Bone Season and Pachinko. I mean, I've been wanting to read Bone Season for a while, so I think I might just put Bone Season on this. But then again, there's Legends and Lattes as well. And there's also some Stephen King ones that I've been wanting to read. There's also some Brandy Sandys that I've been wanting to read as well. So there's a few anticipated books that I'm looking at right now. And there's also been like some witchy ones that I want to read. There's also Battle Royale 2. I do want to reread Poppy War as well. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go with Bone Season because I've been anticipating reading this for a very, very long time. Since I got the first one. So, The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I have no idea what this is about and I don't want to read the blurb until I get into this. It is signed by the one and only as well. And it's red with gold is the first one. This is the 10th anniversary edition. And I'm very, very excited. I am Paige Mahoney. I am the Pale Dreamer. So, looking forward to this. This is a chunk, but I'm looking forward to reading it. And like I say, there is a lot of books on my bookshelf that I am anticipating. I have been anticipating quite a bit. Oh, I forgot about horns as well. Right. This is what? I think this is our 5th prompt. Yeah, this is our 5th prompt. And it landed like this. Oh my god, we have the moon upside down. We have the moon reverse. Tarot Nightmares is liking things upside down today. This is mood read. I'm going to pick Narnia for this. Yes, Narnia. Because I am really in the mood to be immersed in that series right now. So I don't know if I'm actually going to end up reading the other books that I've assigned to this TBR. But there is 6 books that I need to read in this still left. So, mood read, Narnia. Last prompt. a lot fell out there, so I'm just gonna well, mind you, but then again that one fell out like sideways, so I don't actually know. Let me just get Josh to choose which card. Okay, the thing is, when I'm getting Josh to choose, I hold it out like a fan, so he can't see the cards either, and I tell him to hold it how he wants it. And he chose the 8 of Candles. I haven't actually seen this card before. So even in my readings, in my tarot readings, I've not had this card before. Okay, I don't have this one yet. I don't have these yet because Josh hasn't done this yet for me. 8 of Candles is wrapped book, and basically me and Josh have the idea of him going book shopping without me and him buying books that he thinks that I would like and wrapping them for me so that I don't even know what they are. So for this one, I think I'm just going to let Josh choose whatever book. Josh, you have the floor. I'm not in the mood for any type of genre, so it's entirely up to you.
I'm tempted to pick Mistborn.
I do have a Mistborn on there.
You know what? I really want you to continue Era 2.
So Josh has chose Mistborn, so we're also having the Bands of Mourning on this.
Yep.
As well. So he really wants me to continue Era 2. So we'll see if I end up choosing it. Hopefully I do.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, that is the TBR. Let me just go and see if Maddie has got back in touch with me. Okay, going back to our first prompt, which was Maddie pick, right? She has chosen for me, because she's a fucking brilliant person, Devil May Cry. This is a horror, so I'm really excited. I'm going to be reading this. But I think this was a very, very good TBR, if I'm honest. So, this is our TBR. It's not too bad. Devil May Cry is a horror. Then we've got the 2 Mistborns. Then we've got a sci-fi. And then we've got a new fantasy series that I've been wanting to read for ages. So, this isn't too bad. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment below what you're starting 2025 with, and if you've read any of these. And I shall see you in the next video. Stay luscious, guys, and have a brilliant new year. Bye.